Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry that it's been a month since I posted the video, but I decided to take a break. Everything's on back order. I can't get parts, so we're doing the best we can. We do have some parts to put on today, though. So let's see what it takes to get these Wilwoods put on old Meemaw. Stick around. So our instrucciones tell us the first thing we have to do is modify this spindle. We gotta cut this sucker. Cut this sucker down. I should point out the instructions say disc brakes should only be installed by someone experienced and competent. We'll just pretend like we didn't see that. Well, choose your weapon. I'm going to use the cutoff wheel. Maybe, if I can fit it in here. One down. And I'm certain you could use a sawzall or heck even a hacksaw here if you didn't have power tools, but that may short work of it. I'm just going to clean it up a bit. And we'll do a little Craigslist rebuild. All right, next thing we got to do is drill and tap these two holes, which would be this guy and this guy, to 3/8 by 24. That's fine thread 3/8. That's calling for a .332 diameter drill bit, which is a Q, I think. We're going to use 21/64 because it's close enough. So we only have to tap this 1 inch deep, so I just made a mark on the drill bit. Right there, see it? That's 1 inch. And get you some cutting oil or something. I'm just going to use grease because that's all I've got right now. All right, next, they want you to, they give you a specific size. What is it? 0.438 by 90. You're just trying to deburr this a little bit. So this is a 1/2 inch bit. Just knock the edge off. That's good. So they want you to test fit this bracket, make sure it sits flush and lines up and all that. So we'll do that real quick. Now I know I had some red Loctite, but I can't find it. So we're just going to use blue, and then I'll come back later and redo these with some red. And 40 foot-pounds. All right, come to this fancy little hub. We're just going to put our grease seal in the back here. Well, next up we got our rotor and some sort of little plate, I don't know. And once again, we're supposed to use red Loctite, but once again, I don't know where mine is, so Blue Loctite it is. 25 foot-pounds. Same deal here. Should have been red, but it's gonna be blue. And let's pack some wheel bearings. Take my masking tape off from our Craigslist rebuild. Forgot something important. Take the hub back off. Forgot to put the wheel studs in. Could have been a real issue. We'll shove our bearing in here. A little grease in the cap. Now, before y'all give me a hard time telling me I put these on backwards because of the swoop here. Arrow pointing direction of rotation. Threw me off too. Let's get this caliper mounted and we'll be done with this. So the instructions say to start with 2 of these little shims. So we'll see if we can figure out how to do that. I don't think that's enough. We'll find out here in just a minute. So, trying to get this gap on either side pretty close. Looks to me like we could use at least one more shim.
I had a bunch of work done. Tires and ball joints and wheel bearings.
Beautiful. So that's that on the front. Pretty straightforward. Just cutting through the spindle made me a little nervous. Drilling and tapping those holes didn't help either, but you know, it's not bad. It's super smooth. This is going to be awesome. 4-piston brakes, 12-inch rotors, 12.19-inch rotors. This is going to really help slow this sucker down. For those of you with G-bodies who are interested, this is a part number 140-12297. Go get your own. Let's do the back. All right, so for the rear kit, we've got a caliper, we've got a rotor, we've got a little indexer spacer thing, our pads, caliper bolts, giant cotter pin, the meat and potatoes of the whole deal, and the axle retention plate, plus stickers. My God, if you ever buy Wilwood products, just know you will not have a shortage on stickers. They set you up. Let's take all this to the back of the car and get it installed. And I do apologize. You can see this is kind of dirty. You see there's grease on here. I've installed this. This will be the third time because I keep having microphone problems with the GoPro. So third time's a charm. If the audio doesn't record on this attempt, screw it. You're getting a voiceover. Here we go. Okay, so first things first, you probably recognize this as a 4 9-inch flange and not anything you would typically see on a G-body, and that's part of the axle that Moser put together for us. And I had to take the axle shaft out because it goes through this guy. So the first thing we're going to have to do is get this kind of situated here. Here's a good look. Here's these 35 spline axles that Moser put together for this project. Monsters, 1.5 inch diameter. My goodness. And you can see here, this bearing is pressed onto the axle shaft so that if we snap an axle, our wheel doesn't go flying off. So we're going to shove the axle through this hole and then reinstall the axle. Just kind of close, right? Your axle should have these little T-bolts here. These go in behind the, you saw the 4 holes in the axle flange. They go behind there. And then they go through the little plate. And then you take this thing. All right? And this goes, let's see if I can move you in. This goes right in here. Open side up. Okay? And then same 4 holes. These correspond with the axle flange. Run those bolts through there. I'm going to do that real quick. Your axle should have a hole in it right here. The first time I installed this backing plate, I tried to do everything through the cracks because I'm an idiot. And I didn't realize that that hole was meant for accessing these bolts back in the back. Okay, so that's that. 4 bolts hold this whole plate on. Next we can put the rotor on. Done. Put this little index thing on here. Now it's time for the caliper. The instructions tell you to start with a couple of shims. I'm not going to because I've already installed this twice and I know I don't need a shim. All right, so we can slide our brake pads in. And here I can show you why I'm not going to shim it. It's quite simple. Our gaps are pretty much the same. So shimming is not going to do us any good, it just causes fitment issues. So the last thing to do on this particular kit is to slide this monster cotter pin through. There we go. Rear brakes installed. So if this kit is something you'd be interested in, it is part number 140-7140. It's for a big bearing 4 new style with 2.5 inch offset and 12 inch rotors. Speaking of 12 inch rotors, they pose a bit of an issue because the factory wheels in this car were 14 inch rims and they will not fit over these. And you know what that means? That's right. Meemaw is getting a rim job. These are Jags Spike SSR wheels with just some Firestone 275 60/15s. Nothing too crazy. I wanted to go a little more aggressive, but you just can't find tires in stock anywhere, and I didn't want to be sitting here waiting for another month to drive the dang car. We got the same wheels up front. These are a little narrower, but still 15s. I don't think it gives it away too much. And here's what I was talking about with all the stickers. I mean, look at this. And I've taken at least 2 of these sheets for, you know, my toolbox and stuff. So if you want some Wilwood stickers, buy some Wilwood brakes. Guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. So I got the front brake kit at Jags. Got the rear brake kit from Walmart, of all places. But prices were right. Yes, this is the dash out of Meemaw. Either the next video or the one after that, we're going to go through wiring. We got a lot of interesting things going on with the electrical in this car, but it's very close. I'm on vacation for the next week. So we're going to get this thing ready to start, and you're going to get to see every bit of it except the welding. We're going to put that on my cousin Isaiah's channel, so keep your eyes open for that. I'll link it when it's ready. If you like this project, give me a thumbs up, share the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think. We should be 3 or 4 videos away from driving this car, as long as I didn't do something terribly wrong. So we're gonna find out together. Thanks for watching. Don't be a jerk.